Hello and welcome to Encounter Roleplay, everyone. My name is Will, and today in the Dungeon Master's Digest I wanted to talk about a topic which I get asked about a fair amount, and that is problem players, problem DMs, problem cats. Less so that, but mostly players and DMs. The nature of social games such as Dungeons and Dragons, and really any pen and paper role-playing game, is that you have to interact with other people, and as you no doubt have found out, not everyone on the internet or in real life are particularly nice people. So how do we deal with these people when they are a problem in our games? How can we tackle them? What are some ways we can deal with them? Now, the first point to make about this is that if you have a problem with someone out of character and not in character, then you have to deal with that problem out of character. There's no point punishing a player who's being a dickhead or punishing a player if you're having an out-of-character problem with them. It's really, really important to deal with that outside of the actual game, because that can make the game really toxic. You'll find that you'll have a lot more fun around the table if everyone in that group is on the same page. There isn't an elephant in the room. And so dealing with a problem is best to have it in a conversation. Now, often the time is not right when you're at the table to have that conversation. Things could quickly grow into arguments, and especially you might not be comfortable talking to everyone about this problem if you have a problem with a specific player. In that case, I'd suggest go talking to your DM in private, saying, hey, this is a problem for me, and this is why it's a problem, and here's why I want it to change. You'll find that when you are that upfront with people, people listen to you. And if you tell them that's how you feel, when you do this, or when X player does this, it makes me feel this way, then they don't have a leg to stand on to tell you that you're wrong. They can't tell you how you feel. So if you're having a shit time with a player, you can talk to your DM and say, listen, when this player does this, I feel like this. And then it's his responsibility to deal with that problem. Often this is one of the hardest things to do. Telling someone that you have a problem can be really difficult, but if you want to have fun in Dungeons and Dragons, it's something that we've all had to do at one point or another. If you are the Dungeon Master in that position, and someone has come to you and told you that they have a problem with another player, or in fact maybe you've just noticed that these two players are not getting along very well, perhaps it's time then to figure out who might be the problem here. If one player is particularly pushing an agenda and making another person uncomfortable, maybe it's best to have that conversation in private with that player. So getting them and saying, listen, I think this might be a problem for a player and for the group, and for me as a Dungeon Master, I want this to change, so if you can change this, that would be brilliant. And once you've told that person that there is a problem, I can bet you anything, most people are going to turn around not realizing that what they've been doing is a problem and change it. Now, in this scenario where that person has been told that they're being a problem and decide to do nothing about it, don't change their behavior anyway, keep on acting unreasonably or for whatever reasons making the group uncomfortable or a player uncomfortable, I suggest at that point to ask the player to leave your game. Or if you're the player in that scenario and nothing's been done about the problem player or the problem that you're having, then I suggest leaving that game. Now, a lot of people get stuck in these abusive D&D relationships, what I like to call them. People get into this mindset, well, no, they're the only people that I can play with, they're the only group around in my area, or something like that. Then that's not the case, I'm afraid, because there's a whole world out here of internet people on Roll20, on Reddit, that would want to play Dungeons and Dragons with you. And honestly, if you're having a bad time with a player, or Dungeon Master, or anyone in your group playing Dungeons and Dragons, and it's just best to leave. Get yourself out of that abusive D&D relationship, find a better one, you deserve better. So the basic advice which I have for you in this Dungeon Master's Digest is, if you're having a problem, tell someone about it. If something's done about that problem, great, then you can move on. If something isn't done about that problem, then leave the game, or ask the player who's being a problem to leave your game. Honestly, if you're a Dungeon Master, it's well within your rights to ask a player to leave a game. As a player, you are well within your rights to leave a game that you're not having fun in. So until next time, everybody, let me know what you think about that advice, if you agree, if you disagree, or if you've had any scenarios in which you've had to deal with problem players. I'm sure we all have. Let me know in the comments down below, and until next time, everybody, try not to roll too many at once, because I want to be here laughing when you do.